everybody. Welcome back to the park. All month long, we've been talking about the ultimate cliffhanger. The story isn't over. You know, we found that to be true with Joseph's story as well. You know, he was sold as a slave. He was thrown in a well. He was even thrown in prison. And all those obstacles he faced, you thought that'd be the end of the story for him. But was it? No way! Because when you're climbing with God, the story is never over. That's what grit is all about. Refusing to give up when life gets hard. Speaking of obstacles, I have myself in a bit of a situation. I was supposed to go climbing with Alyssa earlier today, but I spilled an entire bucket of carabiners. Let me go get them so I can show you what I mean. These are carabiners. You use them when you climb and when you're hooking your water bottle or keys to your backpack. So yeah, these are carabiners. But as I was picking everything up, I realized that everything was in one big tangled mess. And I don't really know what to do about it. So does anybody have any ideas for how to untangle ropes and stuff? Just shout them out. Just shout it out. Unhook it. But they're all so tangled, I don't know how to do that. So will you help me? You'll help me? Oh, that's awesome. That's so awesome. You know what? We can make a game out of it, because we always make games out of things, don't we? Yes, because it's so fun. So let's call our game Carabiner Explosion, because everything exploded in the basket at once. So basically, if I'm going to go climbing later today, I'm going to need these all untangled, obviously, so we don't fall off the mountain. But I am going to need 2 teams of 3, so I'm going to need 6 people. You want to go up? All right, go. You want to go? Nice. See, I'd pick everybody if I could, but I can't. So, how about you? Everyone is being very patient today. You're doing so good. How many do we have? 3? You want to go up? All right, go up. All right, we have 4. This is a very hard decision. 5. Gonna go. And this one right here. All right, you seem very enthusiastic. So I need your energy on stage. All right. Let's get the names of our people. Oh, no, I stepped on carabiners. Oh, thank you. What's your name?
Fallon.
All right, everybody say hi, Fallon. What's your name?
Layla.
Everybody say hey, Layla. What's your name?
Natalie.
Everybody say what's up, Natalie. Your name?
Noah.
Everybody say good morning, Noah. What's your name?
Isaac.
Everybody say hey, Isaac.
Ben.
And what's your name?
Ben.
Everybody say hey, Ben. You all ready? All right. I dropped the mic. Don't break, please. Okie dokie. Thank you so much. So, obviously, there's all the carabiners. There's all the ropes. So I'm gonna divide these into. Well, first of all, I need people to divide into groups. So I need 2 groups of 3 people. All right, boys versus girls. All right. So I'm gonna set that there, that there, and I'm gonna set that here and that here. Okay. So whoever can untangle all of their stuff first wins. Let me make it clear, this is a competition. We are not, you're gonna work together in your teams, and whoever untangles at the, everybody, words? Where's words? Whoever can untangle the ropes and their carabiners the fastest wins. Okay, everybody got it? Everybody understand? All right, 3, 2, 1, go, 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 go. Oh, wow, we got some fast workers. Let me get that bucket out of the way for you. Oh, wow, you got one undone already. Oh, they got 2. You know how to do, oh, wow. You're doing so good. She's working pretty fast over here on doing that rope. Who thinks the boys are gonna win? Everybody give a cheer for the boys. Who thinks the girls are gonna win? Give. Uh-oh. Everything is in one big tangled mess. Uh-oh, they're almost done. He's almost got all the carabiners undone. Oh, they undone the carabiners. You better hurry up. You better do some fast work. They undid it. They got the rope undone. You better hurry. You better hurry. You better hurry. Undo it. Quick, quick, quick. Uh-oh. This is such an intense game. I don't know who's going to win. Oh, they're catching up to you, girls. They're catching up to you, girls. They're undoing it. They're catching up. You better hurry. Boys, everybody stop. Okay. Let's give everybody a round of applause, but the boys did win. Okay. That was very intense. Remind me to get to call you up when I pull out my Christmas lights. So everybody, you don't have to worry about that anymore. Everybody can go back to their seats. Good job. Hi, what happened to you?
I don't want to talk about it.
I have a feeling that this might be my fault.
Why would it be your fault? Unless you were backstage 20 minutes ago dumping all this rope onto me.
Yeah, about that. Let me help you.
Thanks. Man, I'm just really stuck in here. Thank you. I don't even. Almost there. Yep.
Everything is like around your head.
I know. It's just 1 second. Almost there.
Hold on.
Man, really got myself in there.
We'll be with you in 1 second. I want to also make sure I'm not choking you.
Oh, it's okay.
Oh, man.
I'm just really. Oh, okay. Ow. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Well, almost there.
We're getting there.
And
we're getting there.
We're gonna shimmy out of it.
We're gonna just improvise.
We're done.
Yay! Nice.
All right. Well,
it's stuck on your pocket. There we go.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much for your help. I think I can take it from here. And hey, why don't you go take all the rope and the carabiners and get them set up for our climb later?
All right, that sounds good. Let me just grab all the carabiners first.
Someone lost a bracelet up here.
Yeah, it was a very intense game. Everybody did so well. How do I grab all these?
All right. Do you need help?
No, I got him.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Maddie.
They just don't want to go back. All right, well, I'll see y'all later.
See you. Well, I'm sure earlier Madison must have seemed like she didn't know what to do when she got herself into a big mess. But do you know what the good thing is? No matter what kind of mess we find ourselves in, we know that if we put our faith and trust in Jesus, we know that he is always working in our lives and is working out all things for the good of those who love him. That's why we're learning about grit this month, refusing to give up when life gets hard. When we don't know what to do, we can always turn to God. Speaking of which, we're learning about a pretty awesome memory verse this month. Now, does anyone remember what verse it is or what book of the Bible it's in? Galatians, that's right. Yes, our memory verse for this month is in the book of Galatians, and it says, "Let us not become tired of doing good. At the right time, we'll gather a crop if we don't give up." Galatians 6:9. Now, when it says to gather a crop, Paul is saying that if we hold on, it'll all be worth it in the end. Now, one of the best ways to memorize a verse is by repeating it. So why don't we all repeat this verse, okay? Does that sound good? Yeah! Awesome. All right, so on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Galatians 6:9. Let us not become tired of doing good. At the right time, we will gather a crop if we don't give up. Awesome. Now, I'm so thankful that God never gives up on us. And does anyone remember one way that we can show God how much we love and trust him here every week in the park? Offering. Yeah, offering. It's all good. When we make an offering, we're returning to God a portion of what he's given to us. And it also shows God how much we love and trust him with everything in our lives. Now, I'm going to need 2 people to come up and help me collect the offering. All right, I'm going to do you, and I'm going to do you. I'm going to have one of y'all come up for worship. All right, so go ahead and take these buckets, and then raise your hand if you have an offering. All right, you got some hands. You have some hands right here. All right, so go ahead and collect all the money from them. Do you guys have an offering? Thank you. All right, I see some hands. Yep. All right, I think that's good. Thank you, guys. I'm going to take the buckets from you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's give them a round of applause. Awesome. Now it is time for worship. So I'm going to need 2 people to come join me as we worship. All right. I'm going to pick both of you. All right. Awesome. We're going to get the twins. All right, I'm going to have you guys stand right here. And I'm going to have one of you stand right here. Awesome. Now, what is your name? If I can, here, you want to just reach into my, oh, you can just leave it there. Just like lean in and be like,
Evelyn.
there we go. All right, Evelyn. Say everyone, hi, Evelyn. Hi. Awesome. And what is your name?
Naomi.
All right, everyone say hi, Naomi. All right, now, to start a worship song, we count to 3 and shout, "Hit it, Booth." Y'all ready? Yeah. All right, 1, 2, 3. Hit it, Booth. All right, now we are going to start with some improv dances. So show me your best dance moves. Show me your best dance moves. Yeah. All right. All right. All right, we're going to start with some punching.
United voices are ringing out, passionately lavish with love.
All right, punches. Yeah.
Keeping our eyes to the skies above.
All right, now we're going to go to clapping.
Unceasing praise, let the earth resound. Daily devoted to you. Keeping our eyes to the skies above.
All right, we're never going to stop.
Never gonna stop. Never gonna stop. Never gonna stop.
All right, spin around like crazy.
Lifting
All right.
your name. Lift up your name. Lift up your name. No, we're never gonna stop giving you praise. Giving you praise. Giving
to some punches.
I hear a heavenly sound. United voices are ringing out. Passionately lavish with love. Keeping our eyes to the skies above.
All right,
I hear a heavenly
back to
sound.
clapping.
Unceasing praise, let the earth resound. Daily devoted to you. Keeping our eyes to the skies above.
Never gonna stop.
Never gonna stop. Never gonna stop. Never gonna stop.
All right, spin around like crazy.
Lifting up your name. Lift up your name. Lift up your name. No,
We're never gonna stop.
giving you praise. Giving you praise. Giving you praise. No, we're never gonna stop. Lifting your name. Lift up your name. Lift up your name. No, we're never gonna stop. Giving you praise. Giving you praise. Giving you praise.
All right, we're gonna go a little different. We're gonna push.
And higher.
We're gonna switch sides.
You louder and louder and louder.
All right, now we're gonna do some strong arms.
And stronger and stronger.
Switch.
Loving you forever, forever.
All right, we're never gonna stop. We're never gonna stop praising God, right?
Never gonna stop, never gonna stop. Never gonna stop, never gonna stop. Never gonna stop, never gonna stop.
Dance! Woo!
Lifting up your name, lift up your name, lift up your name. No, we're never gonna stop giving you praise, giving you praise, giving you praise. No, we're never gonna stop lifting your name, lift up your name, lift up your name. No, we're never gonna stop giving you praise,
All right. All right. Awesome. Awesome. Y'all did great. All right, y'all are good to go ahead and take your seat. Y'all did awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah. Whew, I'm out of breath. Well, now it is time for us to take a look at my friend Lawson and what he has to teach us about grit. So I'll see y'all soon.
Hey, I'm Lawson, and today I've got a great story about grits. Let's check them out. For those of you who have never met this humble breakfast food, you could call it corn oatmeal or mushy popcorn. But it's never gonna beat out Fruity Loops. Now, the best way to make sure your grits go down is to add a lot of butter.
Grit, Lawson, not grits.
G-R-I-T, grit?
Yes.
Hey phone, look up the definition of grit.
Grit, firmness of character, indomitable spirit, pluck.
Ah, right. News story. This one's about a kid named Caleb who's in the cross-country club my dad coaches. Caleb and his brother Liam are supposed to go camping with their dad this weekend. They've made a grand plan to hike all the way to the site, pitch our tent, cook foil dinners, and check out the night sky, where they'll get to see every star in the galaxy. They've got their boots laced, caps on, and bear repellent at the ready. But then, Mom gets a text. Your dad can't go. He has a work thing. Dad will reschedule for next month. Or decade. Caleb's ready to throw in the towel. He makes a brand new grand plan to lie on the sofa and play 47 levels of Fortcraft while eating 74 bags of chips. But then Caleb sees Liam's face like the world's saddest puppy. And Caleb realizes that even though they're both super disappointed, he's got a chance to show Liam a better way. So he digs down deep and he leaps off the sofa. Caleb forges a path into the wilds of the backyard and sets up his old tent. But then he gets Mom to help build a totally awesome fire pit and invites Liam to forage for dinner. They end up making s'mores with 74 marshmallows each. And even though the sky is hazy with lights, Caleb downloads a cool app that shows where every single star and planet is. Caleb's still really disappointed, but he's proud he could show Liam how to keep going, even when things get tough. So kids, if you're looking for a new breakfast routine, skip the corn grits and try a s'more. And always remember this, that real grit is refusing to give up when life gets hard. I think I want that. Oh, it's so good.
Hey guys, are you having fun? You know how I knew you said you were having fun? 'Cause you're in the park, of course. And today we're going to continue this big epic adventure through God's story. And we've covered a lot of ground. So maybe we should do a story, like a backstory, like the story before the story. I think so. Hit it, Booth.
The story before the story.
Today, we're in the second book of the Old Testament, Exodus. God created everyone and everything, but people turned away from God. Still, God made a plan to bless the whole world through Abraham and Sarah's family. Their great-grandson Joseph was sold into slavery in Egypt. But after many hard years, Joseph was made second in command of Egypt and saved his whole family from starving. Over the years, Joseph's family, the Israelites, grew and grew. Until the Egyptian king, Pharaoh, got scared. That's where our story starts.
Pick up. So today we're going to I need your help, but I'm going to need you to promise me that you guys can do a good job listening today and paying attention. Do you think you can do that? You can? Okay, great, because I was kind of worried there. Oh, I'm so glad you can. Most of you can. So I need you guys, our story takes place in the Nile River, so I'm actually going to need you guys to be the Nile River for me, okay? So can you guys put your hands in the air like this and just be like a gentle current of the Nile River? I mean, yeah, actually the Nile River is in Egypt, and it's the longest river in the world. And I feel like I'm in the Nile looking at you guys. This is great. Although the Nile River is a mile wide at some parts, and this is definitely not a mile. And in the Nile River, there's also like crocodiles, and there's some deadly creatures, and they can hurt you.
Cool. But you know what's even better? I bet they'd want to do the wave. You know how to do the wave? All right, let's do the wave.
That was
Sweet.
so fun. But actually, do you know that the Nile is a river, and it's not the ocean. So there's no waves in the Nile.
But what about whitewater rafting down a river?
Okay. I stand corrected. There were waves. So our story takes place in Egypt. And does Egypt look like this? No, that's a mountain. Does Egypt look like that? No. What about this? Yes, that's right. Egypt is a desert. Now, not a dessert. Now I'm hungry. It's a desert. And God's people, the Hebrews, they had been living there for hundreds of years. Does anybody remember what the ruler of the Egyptians was called? A pharaoh. I heard it. I don't know what that was, but I liked that too. But I heard pharaoh, and pharaoh's right. That's what a pharaoh looked like. Pharaohs had shiny clothes. That is very shiny. I feel like I would be bright in the sun. Well, this pharaoh, he was new. And his dad, he didn't know God. And so his dad didn't teach him about God. And he didn't have the peace of God in his heart, and he didn't know God. And so he saw all these Hebrews, and he started to get worried that they were going to take over his throne. And so he decided that all of the boys of the Hebrews should be thrown in the river. I know. So Exodus 1:22, it tells us the Pharaoh gave this order to all his people. Every Hebrew boy that is to be born must be thrown into the Nile. But let the girls live, because it's the girls, right? So, right? That would be so scary. I can't believe that he was so scared that he was going to throw boys in. I love that you know that, but we're going to keep moving. I know. So, she knows the story. I feel like she could be up here telling it with me, but we're good. We're going to keep going. That's great. So, he was going to throw him into the river, and there was two parents. There was a mom and a dad. There was Jochebed, and we don't know the dad's name, but Jochebed was the mom's name, and they were so afraid. They didn't want to throw their baby in the river. And so, so they decided that they were going to try to hide their baby for 3 months. That is a long time to try to hide a baby.
Where do we hide him?
I don't know. You're the head of the house. You should know this.
Maybe, I see a bucket right there. That bucket.
No.
No, that's not going to work. No. What do we got here? Oh, there's a monkey. Can you hide it behind the monkey? No, that's totally not going to work.
I think they can still see him.
That's all. I don't know. Maybe there's a log over there.
Does anybody know where to hide a baby? Under the floor.
No, we're not hiding him in the river right now. But here, I do have a thought, guys. Even if we hid a baby for 3 months, I feel like it would be kind of hard because what do babies do? They cry.
Okay, wait a minute. That was not a baby. That was a cat. A very big cat.
You're leaving me?
So,
wow.
Because they cry, and after 3 months, Moses' mom could no longer keep her baby hidden. And so, in an amazing step of faith, she took her baby and she placed him in a basket made of papyrus, which is kind of like a really thick paper.
Cool. Where do I find a basket?
I feel like we had a lot of baskets on stage earlier. There's none back there. Hey, Alyssa?
Yeah?
Do you have a basket?
Okay, so I might need to make a little bit of an adjustment to the story today.
What kind of an adjustment?
1 second.
You did not. No, you didn't.
Oh, yes, I did.
Sometimes I can't even believe the amazing ideas you come up with. This is great.
Guys, the story.
Oh, right. Okay. So Moses' mom placed her baby gently in the papyrus basket in the river. Gently. And then, actually, I'm going to need your help for this next part. She placed him in the basket in the reeds. And so I need girls. You guys are going to be the reeds. Arms straight up. And you're the reeds. Okay? Right? And then the boys, you guys, you're going to be the gentle waves. Right? So we got the gentle waves and the reeds. And then it was for a time.
All right, y'all ready for a ride? Yeehaw! Move out of the way, I'm coming!
Oh my goodness. I feel like this is a little bit different in back in the day.
Yep, possibly.
Do you think that the wheels would have gotten stuck in the mud?
I don't know if they had RC cars back then.
Oh, that's right. They would not. That's right. It was a papyrus basket.
Maybe they had tiny horses.
Oh my goodness. I feel like there are so many flaws to this story right now, but it's so, I guess I worry that the wheels would be stuck in the mud, but anyways, it doesn't
I
matter.
worry about
Okay.
the crocodiles.
I do too. But at the same time, while they were in the river, Moses had a sister, and her name was Miriam. And she was kind of watching from a long way off. Wait, where's Miriam?
Hi, I'm right here.
Wow, you look so much like your mom.
And do you know what
Yeah.
the Nile River is famous for? Crocodiles. So when Moses comes around you, snap at him. But don't touch him because Moses never actually got bit by a crocodile. And if he did, that would make the story completely unrealistic.
Oh, right. So Moses getting bit by a crocodile would make this story unrealistic, but not Moses riding down the Nile in a car.
Exactly. All right, move out of the way, I'm coming.
All right, crocodiles, back up. Let the basket float down the river here.
Don't touch my baby.
Be careful, we don't want to hurt the baby.
Leave my baby
Baby
alone.
Moses.
Or the fifth grade boys
you're
are coming
Miriam
for
now.
you. Wait.
Yeah, you're Miriam.
Leave my
you're just
brother
watching.
alone. Leave my
You're
brother
not the
alone.
mom anymore.
I forgot I could shapeshift.
No, you're Miriam. You look like your mom. It kind of makes sense, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. All right, so while Moses was in the river for a time, and while Miriam was kind of watching from a long way off, someone came down to the reeds and they saw baby Moses laying there in the basket, and he was a little baby and he was crying. And so actually I'm going to need somebody's help to tell the second story. I'm going to need somebody from the 4th and 5th grade girls. Alyssa, you can pick them out for me?
How about you in the back?
All right, I'm going to need you to come on up here. You're going to take your time, you know. What is your name while you're coming on up? Jillian. All right, Jillian.
That's a pretty name, Jillian.
That is a pretty name, actually. Yes, I agree. Oh, actually, all names are pretty. Jillian, who do you think came down to the river and saw Moses? The king, that would be called the Pharaoh. Actually, it's kind of close. It wasn't the Pharaoh, but it was Pharaoh's daughter. So Pharaoh's daughter was the one that came down. That was a good guess. And Miriam saw that. And so Miriam was thinking really quick, and she went to Pharaoh's daughter and she asked her something.
She asked her, "Do you want me to go down and get one of the Hebrew women? She could breastfeed your baby for you."
So she said, "Hey, do you want me to get somebody for you?" Guess what Pharaoh's daughter said? Just what do you think? Do you think she said? Do you think she said no? Heck no! Or do you think she was like, "That's a great idea"? Yeah, she probably didn't say sure, but I think she said the same thing. She probably said yes, didn't she? She did. She said yes. So then guess what Miriam did? Miriam went and got her mom, Moses' mom. So Jacoby got to take care of her own son. How crazy is that? You did a great job, Jillian. Thank you. Give her a round of applause, guys. Make way. The basket's floating away now that Jacoby's taking care of her son. All right.
Hey, Mom!
No. Are you okay?
Alyssa, you okay? We're going to assume she's okay. How scary would that be? I can't even imagine. I'm a mom, and I cannot imagine taking my daughter and placing her alone in a basket by herself to float down a river. But Miriam's mom, Jacoby, knew that was the only way to keep her safe. So she trusted in God, even when she didn't even think that there was another way. Which brings us to our bottom line today, which is, bottom line is, hold on, even when we don't know what to do. So I'm sure some of you guys have had arguments with your siblings, right? Or maybe you've been nervous and you're trying out for a sport. Or maybe you've got like some tests coming up. Or maybe you just have a really big problem and you don't know what to do about it. Well, the great thing is God has placed people in our lives, friends, adults, even your group leader, that can help us think through some of these things so that we can figure out what to do. Because what does Jesus say? Jesus always says, the most important thing is love God and love people. And so these people that we can talk to, they can help us figure out in this situation that I can't figure out, how can I be like Jesus and love people and hold on and have the grit even though I don't know what to do? And if we think like that, that'll help bring our mind back to maybe figuring out what we can do. So, you guys want to pray with me right now? We're going to pray, okay? We're going to pray, and we're going to ask God to help us hold on and have the grit. We're going to pray right now, and we're going to ask God to hold on and to have the grit, even when we don't know what to do. You guys ready? All right, let's bow our heads and be quiet. God, thank you so much for putting people in our lives and you who we can pray to and thank God for to help us hold on and have grit in times where we don't know what to do. Amen.